And we are live. Welcome San Diego. No, we are here with Luke Darth, music official, and we're going to teach you guys how to do some side raises for bigger delts. Again, we'll start with what people do most often, and that's probably going to be the incorrect way to perform this movement. Again, we're trying to work a very small muscle group, which means we need to give it a little bit of TLC and make sure that we are treating this movement with a little more care than we normally would, simply because, again, it's a very hard muscle group to activate, so we need to ensure that we're doing everything we can to get this one right. So again, what people will do is use momentum and they'll swing around. They'll look like an albatross flapping about, just like that. That's not going to put a lot of tension on the lateral head of the delts. Again, another mistake people make is they bend their elbows like this quite a lot, and they'll just do these ones with a very short range. Not necessarily a bad thing. However, when we understand the mechanics of this movement and what's called force vectors, story for another day, we know that we want to keep the length of what's called the moment arm, so the distance between the dumbbell and the shoulder, as long as possible to increase the amount of tension. So when we perform a side raise, fun little fact, we actually don't use a lot of the delts. We start to get peak contraction through a shortened position when we're perpendicular to the ground, and we've got that horizontal playing through the shoulder, just like that. So what we want to do to start this movement correctly is tip forward a little bit at the hips, making sure that we roll our shoulders forward just a fraction, because now what this does is get our shoulder into what's called the scapular plane, slight bend at the elbow. We're going to have loose hands, pour the weight in the front of the dumbbell as if we're pouring a kettle, keeping loose hands. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to start away from the body so that we're using the effective range, which is from about 30 degrees all the way through to where my hand is about here, up, which is horizontal to the shoulder, down, and again, moving. And the dumbbells are going to come slightly in front of the torso, not necessarily to the side. And again, we want to get those hands out nice and long. Good cue to think about is reaching out to the walls and making sure that we're spending the most amount of our time up here, getting a nice big pause, so we're actually contracting the lateral head of the delt. So that's how you perform a side raise. I hope that was useful. I hope it was informative. If you liked the video, give it a like. Smile for Luke is all I've got. See you guys next time.